On to you, Virgos. So you have the King of Wands, the Five of Cups, and you have the Five of Pentacles. A lot of people are jumping right into it. A lot of people are afraid to really be in relationships with y'all because they be doing you Virgos dirty. A lot of people have this real big chip on their shoulder where they be doing you Virgos dirty. And then, you know, because they do you dirty, they be feeling terrible about it afterwards. But then they try to come back, but they still don't be coming back on some upright type stuff. They come back because they know that they did you dirty. Conscience is playing with them. Their conscience is toying with them. But at the same time, they still find a way to live with themselves on some dysfunctional stuff, because as much as they know the difference between right and wrong, right, they still don't want to come. They're still dysfunctional at the end of the day. So the things that the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles represents how a lot of you Virgos, this is why us as Virgos, we got to stop trying to fix people. Yes, Virgos do have a problem trying to fix people, but if we find ourselves trying to fix people, it's because we don't understand our value just as of yet. And the reason why this is relevant is because it popped up in the cards. And because it popped up, I'm going to trust whatever pops up. So it's showing me that a lot of you Virgos are just now starting to really come into that kind of value, that kind of new profound level of self-respect that you have, not to waste your time trying to save other people. Because when you Virgos spend your time trying to save other people, guess what happens? People will hurt you because they're dysfunctional, and then they'll come back, but they won't be right. They're broken. Dysfunctional people are going to do what they do. So the thing about it is that the Queen of Swords now and the Eight of Wands represents us as Virgos. We're just now learning how to actually accept the fact that we can't be out here saving people. Because there is a difference between picking up someone who is healed, right, is open and is willing to actually be in a relationship, and someone who is dysfunctional and acts like they're putting on an act like they're actually really ready to be in a relationship, knowing good and well that they're really not. There is a difference. And a lot of you Virgos have realized that from personal experience, that people can say whatever it is that they want to, but you really need to pay attention to the things that they say and what they do at the same time. I promise you, it's like every time we, when it comes to dating and relationships, these talking heads up on YouTube, one or two situations is happening. They're either staring you wrong because they don't know what they're talking about, because they don't have relationship experience, and they're trying to fool you and act like they have relationship experience, or they do know what it takes, but then they're telling you this to get you upset, enraged, to get you to come back to the content, to get you to be addicted to it. That way they can get their views up. Because a lot of this stuff that I'm not even talking about tarot readers per se. I'm talking about in that kind of the dating relationship space that I am aware that a lot of people watch, because a lot of people talk to me behind the scenes about that. Let me explain something to you. A lot of those people, they be intentionally missing a point to blow their channels up. They goofies. Because I'll challenge any one of them. They goofies. Any single last one of them. Any single last one of them, without exception. Show and prove. When it comes to certain situations, or most, some of them be half in it, some of them be way off, and it's intentional. Because the truth is that when it comes to you Virgos, right, the Queen of Wands, and again, I'm not talking about tarot per se. Yes, could be tarot, but I'm saying in a general sense, the dating and relationship space. I know that a lot of people take the tarot cards and then they go to whomever, right? And I know only a very few people real with it, you know. Shout outs to Ed Travels, you know. Shout outs to Ed Travels. Real, you know, OG. Shout outs to you, man. Much respect. But the thing about it is that the Queen of Wands is about how the reason why it is a lot of you Virgos are just now learning your values, because us as Virgos, we're real late bloomers. We don't really be finding out things up until late. But the crazy part about it, though, is, and this is part of why a lot of people end up being envious of us, especially when they had that chip on their shoulders, because even though we're late bloomers, we arrive to a party late. We're often the popular ones, meaning that even though we're late bloomers and we find out some stuff that is late, some new piece of information late, we can pick it up like that, like a fish to water. Pisces, anybody? Like a fish to water. So because we're able to pick it up, guess what happens? We're able to now start getting things done immediately because we have the proper information. See, what us as Virgos we need education. A lot of, you know, we need education. We need to understand how we work, first and foremost, us, no exception to that order, and then how the world works, so that we can know how to maneuver it, what to do, what this means. Because I as a Virgo didn't even find out the information to be able to give it to y'all up until I really understood a lot of these people be BSing. And to move forward, what I mean by that is the Ten of Cups and the King of Cups, in the sense that you Virgos not allowing people to use you like you're just money to them, right? And this talk about respect and how if a person truly respected you, they would do this and do that. That's rage bait. That's rage bait, because when it comes to dating and mating and relationships, show and prove, a lot of these people out here don't respect anybody. Because the whole ideology of hypergamy in the first place is not a relationship based upon admiration and respect in the first place. It's upon enraging the person, you know, getting the person to be emotionally, you know, burnt out, you know, trying to have the person chase after your validation and get some sort of acceptance. But what happens to somebody when the person should understands things from a more broader perspective? A person who's going to be in a relationship with you Virgos should already respect you. Otherwise, why are they in a relationship with you? Why are they talking to you? Why are they finding themselves trying to even call themselves being in a relationship with you in the first place, if they have such a warped mentality of, I gotta piss this person off, I gotta get this person on their nerves? That in on itself, if a person thinks like that, it goes to show you something's wrong with them mentally. Because dating and relationships, respect is supposed to be baked into the cake. How you gonna how you gonna date somebody you don't respect? What is that about? So you either have respect for the person or you don't have respect for them. If you don't respect them, you can't see them as a human being. So now the King of Swords and the Judgment here is about how, so a lot of you Virgos, you're going to change, you're going to adapt accordingly. How? You're going to learn to be a lot more cold. People who look like they're wasting it on some judgment stuff, they coming to you trying to make it seem like they're wasting your time. They're acting like they're too good for you Virgos. The Judgment, you Virgos are going to essentially dub them. Like, oh, word, they running that type of skullduggery on you. Dub. And you Virgos are right to do it. Because how many times have people wasted our time, Virgo? How many times have people wasted our time? How many times have people, you know what I'm saying, countless times myself where, you know, talking to some people and then and we cool, and then out of nowhere, they start wilding out. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? And they dub me while they're dating me. I don't have access to them. I'm calling their phone. They don't pick up their phone. It's a dub. I'm already gone. You already lost me forever. You already lost me. Why? How you dub somebody you in a relationship with? If you don't have respect for me, why are you talking to me? Why are you? I'm gonna go ahead and say it out loud. I don't care if you two hit me. I'm gonna say it out loud. Anybody who will dare to hang out with somebody else when they don't like them, they don't respect them, and this is not some sort of situation where you have to, where it's like I'm fixing my chain, where it's like you have to respect the person because the person's a part of your family members, so you have to respect them. You have to figure out a way to get along. Y'all are blood, or if it's something where y'all are on the job and y'all are butting heads, but you still work for a business or a company where the two of you have to get along or whatnot. Anybody who hangs out with somebody else that they don't like is a freaking weirdo. No exceptions to that. Because why are you hanging out with somebody that you don't like? When you could be off spending, you know what I'm saying, Virgo? When they could have been off spending their time talking to somebody that they like. You Virgos could have been off spending time with somebody that they like. In the game, there's something called cop and blow. What I mean when I say cop and blow, I'm talking about not holding on to anybody, and holding on to this instead of letting the bird fly away because you trying to keep the bird trapped in a cage when you know good and well that you don't rock with this bird, if you catch my drift. If a person don't rock with you, Virgos, why are they spending so much time talking to y'all, standing around y'all, spending so much time being all up in your face for? Let you Virgos be free so that you Virgos can be off doing your thing, enjoying your life, blessing the streets, talking to brand new people. And guess what the benefit is? They could also be doing that too. No, but they handicapping themselves, restricting the type of people that they themselves could be talking to, wasting their own time trying to pull the wool supposedly over your eyes. The cap is real, fam. Let's clarify the judgment. This is why I tell you Virgos to stay in the shadows. This is why I tell you Virgos to just stay hidden. Seven of Swords, Six of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, the Emperor, and then you have the Three of Wands. Right. Because the Seven of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups is about how some people probably coming back to you right now. And the Seven of Swords is you Virgos being like, nah, that's no. You dubbed them the first time, or maybe they dubbed you, and you're letting them stand on business. Because why? Because they didn't like you from before. They went out there. They got their butts kicked from pillow to post. Now, when they got their butts kicked from pillow to post, right? Spiritually, metaphorically speaking, not physically, but they behinds got kicked. They bruised up, metaphorically speaking. Now they're metaphorically lumped up. Now they coming back to you. Now they like you Virgos, right? You Virgos, if you Virgos didn't know, you could probably already tell that I don't have respect. That's something I don't have respect for. As if you putting something to somebody's head to force them to hang out with you, as if you're coercing them, as if you're holding somebody hostage in order to force them to hang out with you. It's like, no, these people are 100% talking to you, but then they act like it costs them something. And the cap is so real. People, these supposed grown-ups, these people who are above the age of 18 but act like children, who are not ready for the next step. You hear how ridiculous and how freaking stupid they sound, how they like to wiggle or weasel their way out of things that they can't. Oh, they did that, but now it's, oh, well, I changed my mind. I changed this. It's been 2 years. What the freak you talking about change your mind? How you change your mind after 2 years? Stupid. Oh, it wasn't going well. What you mean? And that's another thing too, that when it comes up, I'm gonna start teaching you Virgos about too, is asking questions. Asking questions, because that's the thing that when you show people what it is that you know how to ask a question, you start to see how asking questions really has a lot of people's talking points crack up underneath the pressure. They don't be making sense when they talking, because when you Virgos start asking people, why were you hanging out with me if you only saw me as a come up, and why are you coming back? You told me you only see me as a come up, but you coming back expecting me to do what? Accept you back? After you told me to my face that I was nothing to you but a come up and I'm trash? Listen to what they have to say. Look at how much they try to dance around all of that, to dance around the fact that they don't want to say, Virgo, that they in the game. They're not in this thing to be in a real relationship. You Virgos are wonderful people, but they don't want to come out and say they're not in the game to actually find love. They're not looking for that. What they're looking for is to take advantage of somebody. They want the BBD, get your mind out of the gutter, the bigger, better deal. They want to constantly see who's a finer chick, finer, money and fine, more handsome, taller, more muscular, jacked, 6 feet, this, that, and a third, 6 figures. Their only concern is them leveling up. They don't want to admit it's not about finding love, because if it was about love, they would have stayed their goofy behinds with you Virgos. So the Emperor and the things that the Three of Wands represents, you Virgos just have to remain solid in yourselves. Because sometimes too, this is a thing that us as Virgos, we have to essentially learn to do. And I'm learning myself how to do this as we speak more and more. We have to learn to cement and stabilize ourselves and stop being so mutable in that sense of allowing people to play with our confidence, and be rooted in the answer that we know what is the correct answer. These people like you, but they bull s-ing they self, and they bull s-ing you. They full of it. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. If you'd like to get a personal reading from me, you can contact me at Kareemspiritworks at yahoo.com. That's my Yahoo, right? My email address. Also, too, there's a link in the comment section below called a Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website where there's all the ways to get a personal reading from me, birth chart reading, as well as the books that I have there on Amazon. Peace.